Hello, thanks for checking out What's Up at Fun Factory Hobbies. This is for the fortnight ending Saturday, June 1st, 2024. I never got around to doing one last week after we got back from our convention. So, new stuff, because, we do that a lot. First of all, somebody had come in and asked us about Here to Slay from Unstable Games. So we have it. Are you ready to slay? Here to Slay is a strategic role-playing fantasy card game from the creators of Unstable Unicorns. In this game, you'll assemble a full party of heroes and slay dangerous monsters while sabotaging your enemies. Brace yourself for a fast-paced, adorable, and utterly destructive adventure. And Here to Slay, Berserkers and Necromancers expansion. Unleash your fury and harness dark magic with Here to Slay, Berserker and Necromancers. And, as if that wasn't enough, Here to Slay, Warriors and Druids. Warriors and Druids join the fray in this Here to Slay expansion featuring new party leaders, heroes, and dangerous monsters. And, as if that weren't enough, Here to Slay, a Here to Slay expansion. The festive Here to Slay expansion, this festive Here to Slay expansion will make your Christmas wishes come true. It includes 2 new card types, 4 holiday overlay cards that give your party leaders new effects, and a brand new win condition to add to the holiday fun. Yes, I realize it's not Christmas time, but hey, I was bringing this stuff in. I figure I might as well bring it all in. For Final Girl from Van Ryder Games, we have the Series 1 Alternate Killer Miniatures. Somebody had asked about that also. Now we have it. From Steve Jackson Games, Munchkin, the latest Munchkin expansion, Munchkin Snakes. There's something new slithering its way into games of Munchkin. Here are 30 new cards that add serpentine monsters, coiling curses, and other sinuous surprises to your game. Face down the king snake or the python, armed with your trusty boa and arrow. And don't worry, if anything goes wrong, a dose of aspirin will get you right back in the fight. Fun stuff. And, we have, probably a literal ton, certainly a figurative ton of Munchkin and Munchkin expansions. Speaking of expansions, you got a couple more of those for Onitami. Here we have Sensei's Path. It's a card expansion for use with Onitami. Onitama. Included are 16 unique new cards that can be used as standalone set of move cards instead of those found in the base game. Alternately, these cards can be shuffled with the original 16 during game setup to create a multitude of new card combos. And Onitama, Way of the Wind, is an expansion for use with Onitama. Includes the Wind Spirit, a new game piece with its own set of cards that create a new layer of choices and interaction in the game. This indomitable force will interfere with the students, but it may, on occasion, grant an unforeseen benefit as well. Because, we want to have all the things, and we just fairly recently sold a copy of Onitama and a copy of the Onitama Light and Shadow expansion. How about that? So, now we have those expansions. Also, speaking of expansions, for Lorcana, Disney Lorcana, the trading card game from Ravensburger, here we have the Ursula's Return Illumineers Trove. So Ursula's Return is the 4th Lorcana set. Notice I only showed one of those. And the Illumineers Quest, also for the Ursula Revenge, Return, whatever. Ursula's Return, Disney Lorcana set. Again, only one. So if you want it, be here tomorrow and get it. For the Pokemon trading card game, the latest tins, an epic class of patch and future powerful Paradox Pokemon arrive from the past and future to test their might as Pokemon EX traverse the azure seas with Walking Wake EX, or deliver a Prism Edge attack with Iron Leaves EX. Whoever you choose to stand by, you'll find even more helpful Pokemon and trainer cards included in a handful of Pokemon TCG boosters. These tins include a foil promo featuring Walking Wake EX or Iron Leaves EX, 5 Pokemon TCG booster packs, and a code card for the Pokemon TCG Live. So there you can see the Walking Wake EX and the Iron Leaves EX. Of course, we have a whole crap ton of other Pokemon stuff too. Come and get it. The latest monopolies from the OP. USA Opoly. Monopoly Grey's Anatomy. I know Tammy and her bestie had been watching that. It's a race to save lives with the staff of the Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital. 6 custom tokens, custom money, cool stuff. Because, the OP does cool stuff. And, as if that weren't enough, yes, I know I've said that before, Monopoly Family Guy. That's a show that I would watch because I'm broken. Holy crap. Again, 6 collectible tokens, claims, custom currency, good stuff. Bang Legends, an expansion. Take on legendary versions of the classic characters from Bang, perform heroic deeds, or brag about them, to gain fame and enhance your abilities. After all, a gunslinger's value is measured by the tales of their daring deeds. 16 characters, 16 feat cards, 35 wooden frame tokens, and a rulebook. This expansion is not a complete game. You will also need the best-selling Bang game to play, which we have several varieties of, in fact. From Games Workshop, the Veterans of the Long War Chaos Space Marine Battle Force contains 31 Citadel miniatures. Something wicked this way comes. And the Chaos Space Marine Dread Talons Battle Force for Warhammer 40,000. Slightly more demonic. 35 Citadel miniatures in that one. From Goodman Games for Dungeon Crawl Classics. This is their 100th module for DCC. The Music of the Spheres is Chaos boxed set, including an amazing spinning dungeon map. And I do mean it, it's amazing. We had a chance to see this in action at the trade show thing that we had gone to earlier. They did something special because it was the 100th edition. God Eaters sought to cast down the multiverse deities by building a dungeon machine capable of distilling chaos into their god-slaying champion. Their plan failed, but their legacy remains. This is an adventure unlike any other. The dungeon spins on 4 separate axes. Bing, 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 bing. That attach to the 17-inch by 22-inch game board. The dungeon's layout changes with each turn of a powerful in-game artifact. As the dungeon spins, the flames of chaos burn brighter and threaten the entire world. A handout booklet of stunning player-facing illustrations is also included. Bit spendy for a DCC module, but then again, it ain't one of them little cheapy paperback jobbies. It's a big box set. Good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, box set, in their line of original adventures reincarnated, here we have Dark Tower, a 5th edition conversion and classic homage. This is a deluxe 3-volume set, including the Chosen Sons of Set. Includes extensive historical commentary. There you can see the 3 volumes. An ancient evil has become rooted in the once peaceful village of Mitra's Fist. Thus, The Sleepy Mountain hamlet has become a focal point for mysterious disappearances and whispered tales of what lurks beneath the village. Would any group of heroes dare investigate the rumors, seek to right the ancient wrongs, or even attempt to clash against the dark forces of a god? This is no quest for the weak of faith or strength. Below the cellars of Minter's Fist are dungeons with foul enemies and cursed followers, but also strange allies and holy relics ready for discovery in the final battle against the forces of unspeakable evil. This slipped case set contains 3 volumes of 5th edition adventure. Explore the complete Dark Tower adventure in the neighboring village of Minter's Fist, plus additional wilderness adventures and information, a new campaign arc to defeat the chosen Sons of Set. Also included are scans of the original vintage publication and historical commentary. This is an homage to the classic adventure written by Janelle Jacques and originally published in 1979. Untold riches, ultimate power, undying glory, and gruesome death can all be found in the Dark Tower. And I know we've got a couple of other smaller supplements, like a Dark Tower bestiary kind of thing. Also from Goodman Games, I'm pretty sure. There you go. I know there's some more Goodman goodies. I'm pretty sure there are anyway, coming up, but we'll get to those when we get to those. Next in the pile, we restocked our Battletech, A Game of Armored Combat, and Clan starter boxes. We also brought in the Battletech Map Pack Deserts. This includes 6 2-sided paper map sheets. There you can see what they are for use with Battletech. And the Map Pack Grasslands. 6 2-sided paper map sheets. How about that? Hey, there's some more of the DCC stuff. Return to the Starless Sea is DCC number 104, a level 0 adventure. Starless Sea was their probably most popular DCC module ever. I think it's module 67.5 or maybe 60 something. And this is a return to the Starless Sea. It's pretty beefy for a DCC module. Long ago, a horde of lowly gong farmers entered the Chaos Lord's Keep to end an ominous threat, but left their task unfinished. Now, a new cohort of would-be adventurers must complete what was left undone. To do so, they must breach the murderous walls of the Screaming Keep, stop a soul-stealing incantation, defeat terrible vine horrors, and make their way to the ziggurat at the heart of the Chaos Creator. But their trials don't end there. These lowly gong farmers are now newly minted heroes, have to travel back in time to stop the nefarious Chaos Lord's plans before they can even begin facing off against dragons, proto-beastmen, and a baby Leviathan hungry for their souls. Return to the Starless Sea takes the PCs from 0 level to level 1 in a fast-paced journey back to where it all began. Originally run as the 2022 Gen Con tournament, Return to the Starless Sea is the perfect way to start a new DCC RPG campaign. Just don't inadvertently kill any of your ancestors in the process. And I know we have several DCC fans, so we brought several copies of it. Also from Goodman Games, for 5th edition, the 0 level rulebook. That's one of the cool things about the Dungeon Crawl Classics. You start out as normal people, and then see if you can even survive to become a hero. Here we have complete rules for adventuring as commoners in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. Complete rules for running 0 level, aka commoner, playable characters. Try a new kind of adventure where all the players take the roles of bakers, costermongers, gong farmers, jugglers, and other common professions, and do their best to survive deadly expeditions and escapades. This book provides random tables for quickly generating age, race, and starting stats for 120 commoner occupations. Create a set of characters in minutes, then use the rules provided to set out on an adventure in 5th edition. Survivors can use this guide to level up to 1 after the adventure is complete. Having proven their mettle in a trial by fire, they set out as a full-fledged adventurer. Again, I thought that was a really cool aspect of the Dungeon Crawl Classics role-playing game, and now you can add that to your 5e game as well. From Renegade Game Studios, the Crimson Gutter for Vampire the Masquerade It's a chronicle book, aka story arc. You've been embraced, brought into the night, and left to fend for yourself with your coterie. Now what? The Crimson Gutter provides a starter chronicle designed to help novice or experienced storytellers run an introductory game of Vampire the Masquerade. The Crimson Gutter Chronicles introduces core concepts during play, such as feeding, the sects, Anarchs, Camarilla, and the Church of Cain, and the masquerade itself, while giving the players' characters a chance to carve a niche for themselves among the kindred. The 21 stories contained within can be played in isolation or strung together to form multiple arcs of chronicle. Experienced storytellers can easily adapt these stories to their own chronicles, drawing from them to fill an evening of play or adapting whole story arcs. Within the pages of the Crimson Gutter, you'll find a city setting adaptable to any fictional or real city, including 8 recurring locations and more than 20 recurring storyteller characters. Highly adaptable stories designed to be changed and repurposed according to the actions of the characters. Suitable for new storytellers who want to introduce the basics of Vampire, and experienced storytellers who want to run a street-level chronicle or reintroduce and emphasize basic concepts of the game. Stories tailored to joining or opposing the Anarchs, Camarilla, and the Church of Cain, and 3 appendices provide additional fodder for dropping in feeding complications, fleshing out locations, and future stories. So if you're in a vampire, we've got a whole bunch of that, and now we have this too. See? Whole bunch. Right. Where were we? Oh, yeah. From our friends at R&R Games. The table is lava. You might have played The Floor is Lava as a youngin'. Well, here's a cool card game kind of thing version of it. If you can't stand the heat, stay on the rocks. Toss your card onto the table to save your meeple. Knock off opponents' meeples when you throw. Have the most survivors to win. Kind of a dexterity game, but one that even I can play with my meaty arthritic hands. More 40k stuff. Here we have some Chaos Space Marines dice with the Chaos symbol there to go, with those battle forces. Chaos Space Marines datasheet cards, because some people don't want to look up the rules in the book. Codex for Chaos Space Marines. And a new Chaos Space Marine Combat Patrol. Because the battle forces weren't enough, apparently. There's the... Oh, no, that's not Goodman Games. Okay. One more from Games Workshop. For Warhammer the Old World, Goblin Wolf Rider Mob. Had somebody asking about those, so we brought some in. But they also look pretty cool. In a related note, for Kings of War from Mantic Entertainment, but these minis are compatible and square-based like the Old World or Old Warhammer Fantasy. Ratkin Ambush Starter Set. So this is their smallest starter. Contains the miniatures, rules, and instructions to build an ambush force for Kings of War and learn the rules. Here's a perfect beginning for your Kings of War journey. It includes... It doesn't say what it includes. That stuff, apparently. Trident Realm Ambush Starter. So, Lizard Folk. Orc Army, bigger box. We brought these, they specifically are for Kings of War, but they'll serve as any fantasy army, and we've got several not specific fantasy army skirmish games and tactical games. So, yeah, Salamander's Army. Doesn't that BC look, by my thumb there, look pretty mean? Yeah. I thought so. Goblin Army. And finally, Forces of the Abyss Army. Demons, devils, whatever you want to call them. From Troll Lord Games, they have some linking with the Gary Gygax and Gygax family. Here we have Amazing Adventures for 5th edition. Amazing Adventures. Infinite Worlds of Adventure await. Amazing Adventures is the modern, multi-genre RPG that lets you take your game to any time, any place, and any world you can imagine. This new version is completely compatible with the 5th edition rules of the world's most famous RPG, and brings it firmly into the modern era without a ton of new or altered rules and systems. So if you like 5e, but maybe want to try something other than medieval fantasy, there you go. Here we have the 5th edition role-playing player's guide to Yrd. The world of Yrd spins upon an Earth-like axis of ancient civilizations where good and evil have struggled for countless years. It is a world that bears the markings of its past, where ancient evils slumber, stained with the power of eldritch wizardry, where gods dwell in bejeweled halls of wonderment, worshipped by men and women of all creeds, where dragons live in great dens of heaped treasure, where the new stands upon the ruins of the old in beds of ancient glory. For 1,000 years and more, the dark god Unklar ruled the world in a terrible reign of winter's dark, but now banished to the great empty, Yrd is a world reborn. The player's guide to this land unleashes a plethora of new gaming material for the 5th edition of the world's most popular role-playing game. Though created as a companion to the long-selling world of Yrd for the sourcebook, The Codex of Yrd, the player's guide is designed for use in any setting or homebrew campaign. Within you find demi-human classes, dwarf, elf, goblin, gnome, and halfling, new equipment including primitive guns, cannon, and more, new spells for all classes, gods and the powers they bequeath, more guilds, and a whole pile of 5th edition adventures from Troller Games as well, because we've had people asking about getting some 5th edition adventures. There you go. And finally, several new novels for Warhammer, in this case Warhammer Age of Sigmar, God Eater's Son. For Warhammer 40,000, Renegades, Harrow Master, back to Age of Sigmar, The Hollow King, oh my goodness, back to 40k, Dark Imperium, Godblight, and 40k Krieg, a deathcore novel. So, that's the new stuff. Lots of it. Actually, we have a bunch of more new stuff. I just haven't got to a couple of other boxes of stuff, but it's not new stuff, so we're not too worried about it. We'll get to it when we get to it. And organized play-wise, and other special hours coming up. Friday, June 7th, the Magic the Gathering Modern Horizons 3 pre-release. Modern Horizons, always spicy, so this is going to be expensive. Saturday the 8th, Pokemon League at 2. Friday the 14th, Modern Horizons Draft to celebrate the launch of Modern Horizons, the official launch. Of course, we can start selling it on the starting Friday the 7th, so there's that. Saturday the 15th, Pokemon League. We will be closed Wednesday, June 19th through Saturday, technically through Sunday, June 23rd, but we're not open on Sundays anyway. So Wednesday the 19th through Saturday the 22nd. Friday the 28th, Magic the Gathering, Friday Night Magic, Commander Pride. in this special event. It's going to be our normal casual commander. However, everybody will be able to have a partner for their commander. If their commander already has the partner ability, you don't get an extra partner. And Saturday the 29th, Pokemon League. Looking at July, we got Casual Commander on Friday the 5th. Again, Pokemon League on Saturdays. Casual Commander on the 12th. Casual Commander on the 19th. Bloom Burrow pre-release on the 26th. We do have stuff, I think, through August up on our Facebook. So there's that. Thanks for checking it out. Sorry we missed last week, but we're back on track now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, etc. Bye.